Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Alec, or RuneScape XP Lamp here, and I'll be showing you guys how to kill skeletal wyverns using the range method and safe spotting them down in the dungeon. So moving into the guide. The requirements for this is 72 Slayer to kill the skeletal wyverns and an elemental or a mind shield, because while the skeletal wyverns are aggressive, they will hit you with a dragonfire attack, which you cannot drink anti-fire potions against, and it will deal you for a bit of damage, so it's definitely recommended to bring both, or either one of those. As far as the stats needed, I'd say 70 range is probably the minimum I'd go here with, or else the kills would be extremely slow and probably not worth it. Then also I'd recommend, not really needing, but recommending 40 prayer, because while the skeletal wyverns are aggressive on you, you can stand 5 or 6 steps back, and if you do in prey range, they cannot hit you for anything, because they do have a magic attack, but it only works within a certain distance. As far as the notable drops, all of the drops are really good. Like with the buff drop table, it's definitely worth coming here just for all the noted drops. But as far as the notable ones, you obviously have the Visage, which is 1 in 10k. You have a Clue Scroll Elite, but personally, if I were to get any here, I'd drop it because I'm trying to camp here. But if you're trying to leave for some of those, that's alright. As far as the other three, you have dragon plate legs, a dragon plate skirt, and granite plate legs, all of which, if you're camping here for a long time, you'll end up alking. But that's it for the notable drops, stats needed, and requirements. Let's move on into the gear setup. Alright, so as far as the armor and inventory goes, for the armor, I have full Guthics that can be black d'hide if you want. I just like it for the prayer bonus and, fashion skate. I have snakeskin boots, which you could replace with ranger boots if you wanted, an archer's ring, which could be an archer's ring imbued, and I definitely should have imbued it, but I don't know why I didn't. I have a mind shield, or you can bring an elemental shield. Broad bolts I recommend because they're the most cost effective. An amulet of glory for teleporting, and Avid's accumulator so that gets your bolts for you, and a rune crossbow. Any of this, you can this, and this. You can upgrade with armadillo pieces if you please. Now for the inventory, we have 3 ranging potions, 3 prayer potions. The prayer potions are so that you can pray range while they skeletal wyverns are aggressive towards you. Then range potions just to try to speed up the first few kills. I have nature runes as well, along with a type of a fire staff, so that you can alch rune or dragon items that you receive. Then and I also bring a Slayer ring so that I can log my kills. I also have a steel arrow slot so that I don't have to constantly drop steel arrows whenever my Avid's accumulator gets them. Now there's 2 teleportation methods that you can do to get there. The first one requires a little bit of Nightmare Zone points, not much, Scroll of Redirection, and the other one requires a Drayman Staff and completion of Fairy Tale Part 1. We're going to start with that one. You're going to want to teleport to Edgeville or Varrock and run to the northwest. This is a decent way of getting there, and this is one I'd recommend if you were doing melee. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put on your Drayman Staff, and you're going to run to these the fairy ring over here and use it. Then you're going to be teleported to where you unlocked after Lost City. Can't remember the name of the place. Use the fairy ring again and put in the code AIQ. That will teleport you to Mudskipper Point. Once you're here, I can show you where you're going to run. You're going to run north, and you're going to come up along this little point, I guess. And when you see this exclamation mark, that's where you're going to go down. As far as the second way that you could go about getting there, you could use a scroll of redirection on your house portal and change it to Remington. Then once you have that, you have a Remington teleport. You could break it, and you could be sent back to Remington. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it in this order, but that's definitely one of the things that you can do to get there. Once you're at Remington, you run to the southeast a little bit. Southeast? I think I mean southwest. No, southeast was right. Alright. And then you're going to run to exactly where we were before. I'm going to pause the video until we get there. Actually, I probably shouldn't pause the video because some people might not know how to get there. So you're going to run southwest a little more, and you're going to come up to the exclamation mark again. From here, you're going to go down the ladder, and then you're going to run north. Right now we have a little bit of time running. This is probably my favorite thing to do in the game right now, and I don't mention it later, but this gets around 30 to 40k range XP from what I've seen other people getting. That's what I've been told. As far as at my level, I'm seeing more of like 25k XP an hour. It's definitely not bad because it's more of a money-making method, and I'd say the range XP is more on the side. You don't really come here for the range XP. more so the money and that amazing chance at a Draconic Visage, as everyone needs. That'd be so nice to get. I'm definitely going to try for one. I think I could stay here long enough. So what you're going to do is you're going to run by some of these Ice Warriors, and you're going to come to the entrance. Then from the entrance, you're going to go into the part where I talk about the safe spots, and alright, so what you're going to want to do before you get into this cave is you're going to want to join, and I'd recommend this, you don't have to, you can go from world to world and look, but I'd recommend joining Wyvern Space CC. In this clan chat, there's a bunch of different Wyvern killers, and if you ask, like this dude did, if there's an open spot, someone in the clan chat will more than likely answer you with an open spot if there is one. So that's really helpful. Then once you go in, sometimes it's hard to safe spot the first one, so as you can see right here, I'm praying range and attacking a Skeletal Wyvern. You're going to have to do this for about 3 or 4 kills. The range potions you may not necessarily need, because maybe you are lucky enough to get one that you're able to safe spot, but it's just a nice little safe way out in case you aren't able to. Like right here, I'll be able to safe spot him. But in the first kill, I wasn't. So what you're going to want to do before you lose your aggro, it's going to take about 3 to 4 kills. Just watch out because like whenever this one respawns, it's more than likely going to attack you. And if that guy isn't fast enough, it will hit you a little bit and you might actually start attacking it. So while you're still being aggroed here, I definitely recommend paying attention. So now I'm going to go into the different save spots around the dungeon. Alright, so as far as the first 2 save spots go, they're kind of interchangeable. They're both by the door over here. As you can see, there's a Skeletal Wyvern right there. This guy has the first one down. The first one, the Skeletal Wyvern spawn over there. And then you're going to attack it from about right here or so. And then you want to run back onto this block. The way I see it is there's 3 little stones here. It's a third stone. It's right as the hill starts to go up, but right in front of that. As far as the second spot, the Skeletal Wyvern to be wandering around, this one is one of the harder ones to try to get into the spot, but you definitely have to get it early because it likes to wander around. So I'll come back to you guys whenever I get in. Alright, so I'm currently failing to get it in the spot, so I'm just gonna kill this son of a bitch and then put it in the fucking spot. Alright, so I just finished my kill. What you're gonna want to do is run up here a little bit, and then you're gonna grab the Wyvern from over here and its spawn. Shoot it. Usually it goes kind of quick. Sometimes they're aggroed on other people. You're gonna have to shoot it 4 times before it gets back on you, so just remember that. What you want to do is come over here and grab it, and then you're gonna go to the second rock part to the west. So I'm going to go right there after it's on me, which it is. I was just trying to make sure it was. And it'll get caught on that corner. From here it can attack you. If you move up to here, it can. So that's the second spot. So for the third safe spot, you're going to want to do what this guy's doing. The Wyvern spawn over here, and you want to attack it down there, and you'll lure it into either this spot. This spot, if it's stuck out here, he's got it wrong. That's what I was thinking. There's 2 spots. If he gets caught on the far right spot, you go to the second, or you go 1 block behind this rock. If he gets caught over here a little bit more, you can go up to here and you'll still be fine. So that's the third. As far as the fourth spot, I'm definitely not as familiar with this one as I only really use the other 3. But from what this guy's showing me is you can catch the Wyvern over here, because I do know it's spawn, and then use the rock to your advantage, and from what it's looking like, you would go right here. I've also seen people being able to catch it on the rock and sit around right here. So that's it for the 4 main spots. From there, as long as you don't move around, like I'm definitely going to get aggroed on by these if they were to respawn, I'd say the only ways that are safe, you can interchange these 2 and you'll be fine. You won't get aggroed on. Because getting aggroed on mid-trip with barely any supplies isn't that fun. That's why they drop prayer pots, and I always keep a couple of those in my inventory because it's definitely helpful to have. As I was saying, it's definitely helpful to have just because you could always, lose your aggro and then, or get your aggro back, and they might start attacking you, and having that protect range is definitely helpful then. These 2 are interchangeable. You can go between those 2 without losing your aggro. As soon as you come to this one, you'll lose your aggro. This aggro is different than those 2. So once you come here, you lose that aggro. As far as that one, I'm pretty sure that one is a whole aggro of its own as well. So these 2, once you are in these spots, you definitely should try to stay in these spots. And as far as these 2 right here, the first 2 next to the door, those 2 are interchangeable, and you can go on between those 2 as you want. Alright, so to wrap up the video, what you should be expecting here is, if you're a decently high range level, I'd say 85, you'll probably be expecting around 500k an hour, but it ranges between 400 to 600k. 400k probably at an extremely low range level between 70 and 75, and 600k if you're upper in the 90s. This also depends on luck, because battle staff drops, you get 10 of them, and that's around 85k. So say you get a couple more of those an hour than the guy next to you, you're definitely making more, and that's something that you can't see as a statistic unless you do enough of these, but I definitely have it, and I can't give you guys an exact number on how much I'm making, but I'm also lower range level, so it won't matter. I can give you guys what I'm getting per kill right now, though, and in this trip, I've done 228, I believe, kills. I think that's what I saw. And as far as the price check goes, after taking out my nature runes, which are... where are they? They're right. They're the first one in there. I got 3.02 mil, and that's around 13k per kill. So if you want to go there on your own at your own range level, test out a couple kills, see how long it takes you, and multiply each kill times 13k, and times that by the amount that you can do in an hour, then you'll find out how much personally you'll on average make. But it's all up to the person. For the most part, it's between 400 and 600k. But I'd say definitely the best thing about this is you can go complete AFK. Like, I honestly play Xbox with my friends while I do this. I can just do stuff around the house while I do this. I'll clean my room and just kill skeletal wyverns. And this is something also too where you can have an alternate account and you can do stuff on there while also killing this and getting your range up. So that's great. It's definitely probably my favorite way to get my range up, because there's no better way than making 400 to 600k an hour, is there really? Alright guys, this guide's been so much fun to make for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you still haven't, like, this is my first guide, so I definitely could have missed some points that you guys might need answered. If there's still anything you guys have to ask from me, please leave it down in the comments down below, and I will get back to you, no doubt. If you want to, you can also join the Wyvern CC and maybe talk to me if you guys want to. As far as that goes, if you guys like the video, please leave a like, possibly a subscription. I'm not trying to ask too much, but it just helps spread my name. And so this has been a great video. My name's Alec. Peace out.